What do you look for to kind of fit with you and your team?
See, if I were to ever go back and become an employee and there was a company that I wanted to work for, I don't have a resume that's...
The trial is based on the system. Or is it just, here, let's see what you do with this. So when it comes to hiring, whether it's here or there, I mean, how do you know how to find the right people? Where do you look?
So the best place, and it's still difficult, but the best place for me to find local videographers, and now that I'm hiring in Florida, I've used LinkedIn. I've had to pay for LinkedIn Recruiter and just comb through the listings. It's actually much easier to hire people in the Philippines than it is for me to hire people locally. But you go to virtualassistanttool.com. There's no middle agency. Like, I'm not hiring a company that's going to find somebody. I get to communicate directly with these people that have created profiles. So I just communicate to them through email. And then what I do is I give them a trial assignment. So I narrow it down based on what they've said that they're good at. I'm a video editor. Oh, great, cool. I'm going to hire you to edit a video. Let's see how you do. And if they do a good job, I'll hire you for a trial week. And if they do a good job, okay, you're on our team. And
the trial is based on the system, or is it just, here, let's see what you do with this?
With video editing, it's a pretty simple example, because we can say, look, on Paul Jenkins' channel, this is what the footage looks like in the beginning, the footage and the audio files, and this is what the finished episode looks like. And here's all the transitions, or all the, here's a template that we use for Adobe Premiere. We want you to take this one, here's a new folder, see if you can make it look like this one.
I see.
And if they get it 80% of the way there, then we know that, okay, we're on the right track. Well, we can polish and train them a little bit more to get them up to 100%. When I hire a videographer, I have them come and do a day of filming. I pay them for the day. They come and do a day of filming with another experienced videographer on our team. And then we just get feedback. Did they do a good job? Did our clients like them? And if they did a good job, okay, we're going to bring them back for more. So it's different.
That's a great way.
That's why I'd never hire an employee, because you never know. You can't test them out.
Right. But you're right, because they're contractors anyway. At least, you can kind of minimize some of the negative impact if they meet a bare minimum of qualifications, and you've seen maybe even a portfolio of some of their work. That this won't be the end of the world if this person isn't a great fit.
If they don't edit the video well, then it's okay. We pay them a few bucks.
Yeah.
However long they report that they did, and then we just hire somebody else to edit that video.
It would really be a revolutionary way to just hire people in general. There's a lot of people who can't get past certain gatekeepers and things based on age or gender or just preconceived notions. And it's like, if you would just give them a trial and just try them out.
See, if I were to ever go back and become an employee and there was a company that I wanted to work for, I don't have a resume that's hireable. I'm too independent. I've done too many things. I don't conform. But if there was a company that I really wanted to work for, I would offer to work for free. I would totally work for free, because and I would say, I'm going to prove myself. I'm going to show you how effective I can be. You don't even need to pay me. Just let me do.
That's called an internship.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's a great idea.
It's brilliant.
It is, and you get under their skin. You know what I mean? Like, you become part of the family.
So I keep picking on Walmart, but who would want to work at Walmart? So
they're a great employer. They employ millions of people.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
So
if they do well.
Instead of thinking, I don't have any qualifications, I guess the only job I can get is working at Taco Bell or Walmart and starting there. I'm not saying that's bad, but a lot of people think that's their only option.
Yeah.
But what if they wanted to be a florist? Okay, and they don't have any skills, they don't have any qualifications as far as their resume. They've never worked as a florist before.
They just like the way flowers smell.
But they've arranged flowers on their own, and so they go to the florist and they say, I will work for you for free. I'm really good at this. I know I don't have any background, and I know you're looking for somebody more experienced, but I will work for you for free. Just give me a try. And then what's going to happen? The trial either works or it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right? The internship idea is such a brilliant idea. More people should do it.
You're basically also describing the whole YouTube model that you've put together as a business. Here, let us give you free content. You don't have to pay for it, and we promise you'll like it. And if you don't, then tune out. But if you do, come back for more and or my course and pay for it.
And it works.
Yeah. No, it'd be cool if there were more employers, contract or otherwise, that kind of had that mentality of, you strike me as a decent person, and it looks like you have some experience. Come lay some bricks with us for 2 days. Let's see if you don't knock a building down.
Like I have, and if my sister-in-law watches this, I would be so close, because she's the most talented artist, like amazing, very professional. It would be so cool for her to work for like Disney or Pixar or something like that, animating. But if I think that's what I would do if I were in her shoes, and I'm crazy, but I would go and like, how can I do something for free? How can I get on their radar?
I know, but you've got to think there's 10,000 kids like that around the world who go, if I get an opportunity to work for free for Pixar, I'm going to take it.
Okay, but if that's if YouTube says, hey, we've got an internship, yeah, they're going to get 10,000 applicants. But what if they don't offer it?
Right, do it. Yeah, reach out.
You could create a YouTube channel and start doing your own animations, and you know what I mean? There's a lot of...
Well, you talked about this before too, of taking the initiative when you were younger, and videos, like you were saying, kind of were a new thing. But finding someone on LinkedIn, finding someone on YouTube, stalking someone, whatever, and then sending them a personalized video or posting it. People do that, right? They tag someone, and there's someone famous, and then they make a video, and that's sort of like taking initiative. Like you could do that with an organization. I've always wanted to work for Hewlett Packard. It's been my lifelong dream to work at HP. So I'm sending you this quick little video to show you what I can do. Whatever it is. I mean, there's no rule out there that says that you can't break down cross the moat and break down the castle doors and just present yourself as the court jester.
It's like those the movies where the hacker really wants to work for the FBI, but in order to prove themselves, they've got to hack into the FBI database and say,
if you can beat us, then we want to hire you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you have any sense on the fit, on having someone who's the right fit? What do you look for to kind of fit with you and your team?
Yeah, I think there's really two things. One is personality, and then two, if they're doing a good job. So when they send me their selfie video, I have to make a judgment. I have to make a judgment on their personality. A lot of times is it their shyness or their confidence level, and their competence, so they understand what I'm asking. When I said, hey, can you talk about this, and this, do they remember what I said? Do they include all those things? It's the trial assignment. When I hire them, I give them a trial assignment. Do they complete it? Do they communicate quickly with the team members? Do they have fast turnaround time that shows that they're taking this seriously? That's about it, and it's pretty simple.
I would imagine the people that work for you in your locations, the videographers and coaches or whatever, that you would be looking also for. Well, you mentioned personality, but specifically within personality, can you help put people at ease? Are you friendly but not overbearing? Do you just melt into the background so that they can operate, but you provide them feedback? I mean, those kind of things where you're not there every day.
And I trust my other team members. So if I have a brand new videographer coming, it's their first time filming, I'll observe as much as I can, but that might only be for the first hour.
Yeah.
And of course they're on their best because I'm watching them. But then I'll ask my client afterwards, like, what was it like with the brand new videographer? And I'll ask the other videographer, what was it like? What were their strengths? What were their weaknesses? Could they be an asset to the team? What's your opinion? And I trust that it's really valuable feedback to get. So.
Do accountants charge you based? Is it I'm saying? How do they charge?
What's really
accounting in general. Has that been something that you've worn the hat and done yourself?
But I guess I was asking him too many questions, and he ghosted me, and I'm like,